Hey everyone, welcome to another video, I guess sort of ranking our favorite video. Yes, I'm going to be doing, basically in this video, I'm just going to be giving you guys my favorite movies of every year since I've been born. Yes, this is a good YouTube buddy, Sean Chandler Talks About, just did this on his channel, literally just the other day and stuff, and I thought, hey, fuck, that's a pretty fucking cool idea. You know what? I'm gonna directly rip that off. I'm sorry, Sean, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that because that sounds like a cool fucking idea, and just, hey, why did I ever think of that? So, yeah, I'm gonna go all the way from 1991 all the way till now to 2019, and just giving you guys very quickly, because I think I've talked about all these movies to death. You all know my opinions on them today. I'm just gonna go very quickly and just tell you what my favorite movies are from each year from 1991 to now, 2019. Yes, because I was born in 1991. So yeah, let's get to it. 1991's favorite is Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast. Love it. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. It's right there with Fantasia. It's so good. The animation's perfect. The songs are amazing. It's a great message for kids about, you know, loving someone for who they are inside and not based off their looks or appearances and stuff. And they do the vice versa, that the Beast is the good guy, and then the handsome, good-looking dude is the bad guy. He is, within himself, he's the Beast and stuff. And just a really great movie, great concept, great message. It's just amazing. So yeah, 1991. 1992 is Unforgiven. Unforgiven is my favorite Western of all time. I love this movie. It's a phenomenal, powerful, dramatic story about basically these prostitutes who put out this bounty for this cowboy who cut up a girl up, and then basically Clint Eastwood, this young kid, and Morgan Freeman basically go out on the bounty to take him out. But it's also an interesting story about Clint Eastwood's character and his past. It's also about, you know, the town sheriff, Little Bill, played by Gene Hackman, who steals the movie. And yeah, it's also got English Bob, played by Richard Harris. It's just a great setting, great style, amazing cinematography, wonderful performances, and just a really great raw Western. And it's my favorite Western of all time. So yeah, amazing. Alright, 1993 is Much Ado About Nothing. It's my favorite Shakespeare play. Much Ado About Nothing's my favorite. I love the Joss Whedon version, but this one is amazing. It's funny, it's deep, it's completely loyal to the source material in every way possible. Kenneth Branagh, anytime he does a Shakespeare movie, it's always amazing and genius, and this one is the best. The best. It's so funny. Love the character of Benedict and his chemistry with Patrice. It's so good. Not Patrice. It's that's not her name. What the hell is her name? Benedict and Beatrice. Beatrice. Yeah, Beatrice, not Beatrice. Whatever. But yeah, Much Ado About Nothing, amazing. 1994, I have a tie between Ed Wood and Lion King because I just couldn't decide, like, what do I like more, Ed Wood or Lion King? Lion King has nostalgia. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. It's the first movie I saw in theaters. Come on, it's got the songs. It's the Hamlet story brought in animation. They're making a live-action remake. I have no idea why they're doing that, but I love it. I love everything. Be prepared. It's so good. But Ed Wood, it's about filmmaking. It's about the worst filmmaker of all time, Edward D. Wood Jr., played beautifully by Johnny Depp. You got Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi. You got such an awesome, awesome setting. Just the way it's filmed, like an old-school 50s film. Tim Burton, I think this is his masterpiece in every way. And I feel like anyone who ever wants to get into cinema and make movies, this is a movie you need to watch. It's so good. It's the disaster artist of the 1990s. So yeah, both equally amazing. 1995 is Seven. Seven is my favorite David Fincher movie and probably my favorite mystery thriller of all time. It's raw, it's gritty, it's bleak, it's got amazing performances by the whole cast. Kevin Spacey scares the living shit out of me. It has one of the greatest climaxes ever, and yeah, Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman make a hell of a team. So yeah, Seven. Alright, 1996. 1996 goes to Bound. Bound is an underrated Wachowski's movie about these two girls who fall in love with each other and basically who want to rip off one of the girl's boyfriends who is a mob boss, and it gets steamy, and yeah, it's a really great film. It's the Wachowski's best film. It's better than The Matrix. That's how good it is. 1997 is Good Will Hunting. It's my favorite, one of my favorite films. I think it's one of the best written films ever. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did a great job acting in it and writing it. Gus Van Sant did a great job. Rob Williams gives the best performance of his whole career. I can watch that scene at the lakefront when he talks to Matt Damon. I can watch that scene over and over again. One of the best scenes in all cinema. Love Good Will Hunting. Alright, 1998 is one of my favorite comedies The Big Lebowski. They call him the Dude. Or El Duderino, if you're not in the whole depravity thing. Obviously, you're not a golfer, man. It's just like your opinion, man. Love this movie. It's just so simple, so brilliant. Oh, Jeff Bridges is so good. I love John Goodman as Walter. He's so great and so stupid and constantly talks about Vietnam for no reason. John Turturro as is the Jesus. You do not fuck with the Jesus. Is so good. Good one. Good hunting. Big Lebowski is just one of the most quotable films I've ever seen in my life, and just I love it. I love it so much. 1999 is The Iron Giant. The Iron Giant is one of my favorite anime films. Superman. Brad Bird did a great job. It's so compelling, so beautiful. The story about this little boy who finds this big giant robot, and they spawn this beautiful friendship. Anytime it's about an alien or alien robot and a kid building a friendship, it's always great. E.T., Iron Giant, Bumblebee, it always works out for you. 2000 is also another tie with Unbreakable and Gladiator. Just couldn't decide which one I like more. Unbreakable is one of the most underrated superhero films of all time. A fantastic, compelling story. One of the probably the best M. Night Shyamalan film ever. And no, Glass didn't ruin it for me, but it damn near almost did. Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson are amazing. It's probably the best James Newton Howard score you'll ever hear, ever. Gladiator is amazing. It's my third favorite Ridley Scott film. Blade Runner and Alien being my two favorites. Love Gladiator. Russell Crowe gets the performance of his career. Joaquin Phoenix, his Commodus is amazing. Richard Harris, it's quotable. It's a great production. It's beautifully shot. It's the gladiators in the Colosseum, and basically a general who became a slave who became a gladiator who defied his emperor. Come on, that doesn't sell yet. Well, I don't know what will. 2001 is Spirited Away. Spirited Away is my favorite animated film of all time. Hayao Miyazaki directed this masterpiece. The way it is executed and structured is genius. Some of the best moments I've ever seen in animation and just film in general. That scene on the train when Chihiro's on the train and going through the spirit realms, that is just pure atmosphere. It is genius. It's brilliant. Love these characters. It's timeless. It's amazing. It's so good. I'm almost jealous of Spirited Away because it's so fucking perfect that I just love it. 2002 is Catch Me If You Can. Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite Spielberg films, right there with like Raiders of the Lost Ark and Jaws and E.T. and Close Encounters. I love Catch Me If You Can, this true story about Frank Abagnale Jr., one of the youngest criminals in American history who did check frauds and stuff, and the way they tell the story is so funny and so awesome and thrilling. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks' call handwriting is so great. They're like these enemies that become like friends and stuff. It's so well done. The score, John Williams' score is so good. The way it ends is so brilliant. I love this movie. I love con movies, so I love it. 2003 is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. I wanted to go with Fellowship of the Ring, but unfortunately Spirited Away beat that out, so Return of the King. It's my second favorite Lord of the Rings movie, but it is the best movie of 2003. It definitely deserved Best Picture. It is so good, so compelling. It's an ending to a big story, and yes, it has a lot of endings, but it needs all those endings to finish this big trilogy. It's so good. Some of the deaths that happen are just heartbreaking. The ending itself is heartbreaking when Frodo leaves Middle Earth. It's just, it's got some of the best action scenes you'll ever see in any film. It's genius. Return of the King. 2004 is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think this is, again, one of the best written films ever. Charlie Kaufman is one of my favorite screenwriters in all of cinema, and this is his best script ever. It's so good. Jim Carrey's one of his best performances. Kate Winslet probably deserved the Oscar playing Oh, but darling, Clementine. And yeah, I think it's so good. It's a beautiful story, and it's a good story about moving on, but also a good story about you can't hide from your past. Great sci-fi comedy romance film. 2005, Batman Begins. Fun story about Batman Begins. I saw Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, in theaters instead of Batman Begins. Really stupid of me, but I was young and stupid, and I love Star Wars. I rented Batman Begins when it first came out. I rented it at Blockbuster, and I fell in love with it. And I think it's one of the greatest superhero films ever made. My second favorite Batman movie. You'll hear my favorite in a second. 2006 is The Departed, y'all. Fucking fireman. Love this movie. Great crime story. Finally won Martin Scorsese his Best Director award. Infernal Affairs was a great film, but this is even better. Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg as Digman is amazing. Matt Damon, Anthony Anderson, Jack Nicholson, Vera Farmiga, Martin Sheen, everyone is just spectacular. Alec Baldwin, everyone's amazing. Even Donnie Wahlberg, everyone's great. It's just such a great crime thriller. Love it. 2007, Hot Fuzz. Favorite comedy of all time. Love British comedy. Love British wit. I love the Cornetto trilogy, and this is the best out of the Cornetto trilogy. It is so good. It has so much jokes at you. You have to watch this movie like 10 times to get every joke. It's that good. 2008, The Dark Knight. Like, I don't know what else to say about The Dark Knight that I haven't said already, or a million people haven't said already. It's the greatest comic book movie ever made. And yeah, that's a fact. 2009 is Inglourious Basterds, Quentin Tarantino. I think Pulp Fiction is his best movie, but unfortunately 1994 was a stacked year. And yeah, what I have there for Ed Wood and Lion King were just personal favorites. I love Pulp Fiction, though. I think it's his best film. Inglourious Basterds is a close second. The writing is amazing. The characters are amazing. Some of the scenes in this movie are just genius. And yeah, this guy deserves an Oscar for directing. Like, if he doesn't get it for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't know. It's wrong with the Academy. 2010 is Inception. Boom. Boom. Hans Zimmer, one of his best scores. Probably one of Nolan's best movies. It's so ambitious. It's so clever. It's so smart. So layered. A lot of people were just so confused when it came out. I caught onto it about halfway through. Fell in love with this movie when I first saw it, and I still to this day I'm in love with this movie, and I think it's one of the best sci-fi films ever made. 2011 was a close run. I wanted to say Hugo so bad. I wanted to, because it's one of my favorite films ever, but Midnight in Paris is my favorite. I love the screenplay. I love the story about this guy who travels back in time in Paris in the 1920s, meets all these amazing artists and authors, like the Fitzgeralds, Gertrude Stein, freaking Hemingway. It's so amazing, so funny, and it's Woody Allen's best film. 2012 is The Avengers, for a big reason. The Avengers kicked off the MCU in the best way possible. Like, it didn't start it off, Iron Man did, but the Avengers, like, if this movie did not work, then the MCU would have ended right then and there. And yes, as much as I do like Civil War and Infinity War more than the Avengers, I still love the Avengers very much, and it's so good. It was like a dream come true. I never thought there would ever be an Avengers movie, and there was, and it was amazing. 2013 is Her. Her is a great film, great sci-fi romance film, one of the most unique and original films ever made. Scarlett Johansson as Samantha is so good. Joaquin Phoenix, why he didn't get nominated is beyond me. Spike Jonze is his best script and best film ever. Love Her. 2014's Whiplash. Easily Whiplash is the best film. It's a great character study, phenomenal performances. The music is amazing. Miles Teller's so good. J.K. Simmons is so good. Damien Chazelle. This gave us Damien Chazelle, and yeah, it's amazing. 2015 is The Martian. I had The Force Awakens when I first made that list back in 2015, but I'm changing it to The Martian because after years, I think The Martian is a better film, but I still love The Force Awakens. The Martian's so good, though. It's Ridley Scott, directed by Ridley Scott, written by Drew Goddard. Great movie based off the source material with a killer cast. But Matt Damon really holds himself as Mark Watney, this astronaut stranded on Mars. It's just such a cool survival story. I love it. 2016 is Arrival. Denis Villeneuve is one of the greatest modern filmmakers to this day, and Arrival is genius, smart, clever, brilliant. Amy Adams should have got nominated. What the fuck? 2017 is Blade Runner 2049. Blade Runner 2049 is, I think, not only the best sci-fi film of this decade, I think it's one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time, right there with the original Blade Runner. The original Blade Runner is still a little bit better, but this one is genius. The cinematography, the editing, the sound, everything about it, the storytelling, the performances, everything about it is just perfection. Love Blade Runner 2049. Last year, 2018, is A Star is Born. I talked a lot about this movie already. It's so good. Bradley Cooper, one of the best directorial debuts ever. The music, so good. It's probably not going to win any Oscars other than for the song Shallow, which is deserved, but it's a little upsetting. I love this movie. I love this relationship. I love how it was written. I love Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's performances. Their chemistry is amazing. Sam Elliott's amazing. The music, everything about this movie is just amazing. It's my favorite film of last year. And now, 2019, I know it's not going to be number one, but as of now, so far, it's Dragon Ball Super Broly. The year just started, so that's obviously going to change. But as of now, as I'm making this video, Dragon Ball Super Broly is my favorite film so far. It's Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z, and they made a great fucking film. It's probably one of the best Dragon Ball films ever made. And just, they made Broly interesting and sympathetic. That right there is an accomplishment. So yeah, love Dragon Ball Super Broly. So yeah, Oof, that was long. So yeah, those are my favorite films of every year since I was born. Thank you, Sean Chandler, for the idea. And yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, give me guys favorite movies of every year, all the way up to when you were born. Give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, give me your lists, comment below, let me know. And as always for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.